to another Sky High Aviation HD video, and today I am here at the ground at Edinburgh in the Majestic -8 Q400, and today I will be flying down to Birmingham, operating Flight Service BE1345, and yeah, so we're here at the ground at Gate 25 on a very sunny afternoon here in Edinburgh. So we're just getting deboarding from the last service, and in no time we'll be able to get underway. Flight time today is meant to be around about an hour and 25 minutes, but I'll cut that out and just give you bits of updates during cruise or so. So let's hop into the cockpit and get ready for departure here. Alright, so welcome to the cockpit of the Q400. This is GPRPL. I actually went in the cockpit of this aircraft in real life, which is really cool to be flying this on the sim. So I've turned all the basic electronics on. What we'll do is we'll sort the overhead out first. So if I just turn that on and turn these on, go and accept that, and we'll get the ground power unit here. The overhead, I do apologize for any FPS, drop in FPS. We have said this in loads of other videos of FSX. It's because when I'm not recording it runs perfectly, but you know, when you record it drops it by a bit. So we'll put the external power on and main bus tie to tied, put these on to normal, and we'll put the recirc fans to on, put the no smoking signs, and we can wall up the windshield, and the position light can come on. Go on that. So we've got the little GPU ground power thing in the front. I'll turn the yaw damper on, and let's get planning today's route. So we go into, I'm gonna get the pop out because I like planning it in the pop out. It's so much easier. But I'll put it next to, if I just get rid of this sec, I'll put it next to the actual one, just in case it doesn't record the pop out. So yeah, we'll go to nav. We are EGPH to EGBB. Accept. So flight plan, we are EGPH. Accept. And we have menu depart. Today we're departing runway 24, so we'll get that out, and we are a TLA 6C departure on the SID. So that has got a discontinuity, and from there we are on an airway of UN864, which will be on the next page, number 8. From there we're getting off at DCX, which is number 3, and from that one we're heading on to another airway, UL612, which is number 5, and we're getting there at Croft, which is number 8, and then we're inbound to EGBB, and we're arriving runway 33 today, and it is a what one is it? It's a 4B, so that is number 7. And there we go, that's the flight plan sorted. Now we'll go to the other one, cross-fill the flight plan, so it's all in there, and what we'll do is we'll make sure that's out of there, so there's no discontinuities at all. So, after flight plan's sorted, what we'll do is we will we'll request boarding actually while we're just setting up everything else for departure. So we'll get them boarding and all that stuff. So the cruise level today is 18,000 feet, so we'll pop that all the way up. We're going direct to 18,000 feet, which is there. Not a very high cruise, but it's not a long flight, so we'll have alt select, VS, and we'll do a VS climb up to around about there. That'll do. Nav source is FMS1. And that is basically it. So we're all pretty much sorted now. While we're just doing the last final things before pushback, we'll get rid of the GPU and we'll take off the external power, and instead of that we'll power up the APU instead of so we're not waiting for that before pushback. You can hear it spewing up. Me and Peter are trying to do so much more FSX videos because we know you guys love them. So Peter's probably going to do quite a few in the Airbus, and I'm going to probably just do a few in the Dash because I really love flying this thing. So if you guys have got any suggestions of routes for me to do, then leave them in the comments section down below. So I think boarding's almost complete. This guy is working it to get it all in. And yeah, so I'll see you guys once that is done. Okay, so boarding is complete. So what we'll do is we'll turn the seatbelt signs on. We will put the beacon light on and we'll get ready for the pushback and departure. Nose left and no. I'll have to start the engines after pushback because GSX and the Majestic Q400 don't like each other, so that will have to be done afterwards. Which is not a problem. We can still do it. It's just best. It's usually more efficient to start them up on a pushback. But
stand by for pushback.
Ah well, it doesn't matter. We get the awesome GSX pushback. Where's the man? Oh, there he is. Gonna go and pump his handbrake.
Locking gear, Captain.
So there we go. Not a very long taxi either to runway 24, which is good.
Captain, ground crew here. Departure check is complete. Nose gear steering disconnected. Bypass pin is inserted. Release parking brakes.
Parking brakes are released.
Okay, here we go. We are clear behind the aircraft and safety start engines at your discretion.
Well, since we can't start our engines, we'll just have to wait until it's finished, which isn't a problem, but hey. Just a quick check overhead, make sure everything's good. It's pretty cold outside, so we may have to, well, it's 14 degrees now, but up in the sky. On the way over to Edinburgh, I had to put ice protection on because it was very cold. So we'll have to do that once again, but we'll do that once we get in the air. There's no point doing it now on the ground. So we're almost there. All the way around we go. Onto the taxi line. So as I said, I'm probably going to do quite a lot of routes in the Dash 8, so if you guys have got any suggestions, then don't forget to leave them in the comments section down below, and don't forget to leave any that you've got for Peter to do, since he's rolling out the Airbus ones and stuff.
Set parking brakes, please.
Okie dokie. Parking brake set. We'll get rid of the warning. And we're bouncing around because conflict between the GSX and the Q400. Always fun. And he's coming to disconnect us, which is always good. I'm not sure when we can start the engines. I don't think we can start them now.
Unlocking gear.
Although we might be able to as soon as that is out of the front. Yep, we can start them now. Okie dokie, so start engine number 2. Okay, so We'll put the condition lever up now. Very dodgy, Q400. There we go. Start and feather. And if we go to the right hand seat, it's just there, which is cool. Alright. So that's coming on.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
They'll do their announcement and the bleeds will kick in. Alright, that is now stable. Engine number 1. We can watch this one from our wing view. There it goes. Looking beautiful. And we'll whack the condition lever in. Oh. Down a little bit. There we go. In it goes. You can just about see the wingtip, but we can't see it from our view. There it goes. Great, right. So we are a flat 5 departure. I'll put the fuel pumps and the PTU on. Auto feather can be armed. We'll now listen to this noise. Ready? This is beautiful. Here we go. Props to max RPM. Sound is beautiful. Okie dokie, so we will put the bleeds to minimum. APU can come off. Main bus tie can come off. Put that to normal. Can go to on. We're pretty much good to go. We'll get that on. And we'll do the rudder 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I believe. 6. Yep, number 6. Right, we'll put the nose steering to on. And we're pretty much ready. We'll put the pitot heat to on. There we go, we're good for taxi. So we'll release the parking brakes now. Alright, out come the parking brakes and we'll just power up. And as I said, we're going to be taxiing to runway, what was it, runway 24 for departure today. So we'll keep that in mind. And this thing is a relatively fast aircraft as it gets off. And it pulls to the side with all the power, so yeah, it's a pretty fast aircraft. And so we'll be taking a right here, and then a left, and then another right. So we'll try and taxi this thing. The nose steering on this is very responsive, so we got to be pretty careful with what we're doing at the moment. And then from there we'll go onto this runway here, but we'll be taking that way out. So as I said, sorry for the poor FPS if there is a drop suddenly like there is now. I don't know why that is, but it should smoothen out. Turn onto here.
Runway 30, 300 feet remaining. Flaps.
Don't worry, I'm not taking off. RAS. It's panicking. I'm not taking off, don't worry. We'll just get this taxi on and out of here.
100 feet remaining.
Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere. Put a little bit more power in. While we're taxiing, we'll do the takeoff test, and we seem to be good. Yeah, caution panel is black. We're going a little fast, so I'm gonna just use the props there to slow us down because I wasn't realizing how quick I was going. But hey, just pull the power back in. As I said, it's pretty quick aircraft once it gets going, so you gotta be really careful. And there we go. So we don't need to use the whole length, but I'm just gonna do it just for safety. Just in case something goes wrong, this thing will slow down really good. But just in case something accidentally, goes wrong on takeoff, which it can do. Never trust this plane. Quick overhead check. We're looking good. Take some of the power back now. And this is our runway right here, so we'll just power up again. And power back down. And approach path is looking clear, so we'll hop on now while we can. And runway 24, here we go. So we'll try and slow this down here so we don't go too quick. Beautiful. Alright. We will put the landing lights anti-coal to white. Like, this plane doesn't have like a strobe light and a beacon type thing at the same time. Like the beacon turns into the strobe. As you can see now, it's kind of flashing and stuff. So anyway, here's runway 24, our departure today. Turn onto it like so. Looking good. Bit more power because we're going a tad slow.
On runway 24.
But that's okay. Runway 24. We're pretty much good to go, so I'm going to come to a stop. Set the parking brake. And we'll release the control lock. No steering can come off, we don't really need that anymore. And we'll start the clock. So, brake press, feed the power in, and what we'll do is we'll click nav, so when we do depart we have nav on us. And there's a beeping, I don't know what that's all about, but we'll have a look. There we go, it's gone now, it's all good. I presume it was I'm not sure what it was, to be honest. If someone knew what that was, then please tell me. That's never happened to me before. We'll take V1, rotate, bit of a wind, we'll counteract that, positive rate, gear up, we'll take autopilot, and we're going to fly straight out on our waypoint here. Gear up, lights are off, and out we go. We'll take flap 5 in, and we'll do is we'll lower the nose down, bit of a high climb. There we go. We'll take flap in now, like that, and we'll put condition levers, props 900, like so. We'll push the nose down a tad to gain that airspeed up, and there we go. We're out of Edinburgh, like so. Bit of a crosswind, some sort of wind going on here, but we're all everything's good. Now the temperature, as you can see, has started to go down already, as you can see. So what I'm going to do before it does get too late is I'm going to put some ice protection on. So I'll put the props on. We'll have slow airframe, like we'll just have it slow so far. And yeah, what we can do is we can put the nose steering back on, so when we do land we have that, and the rudder, we can sort this out. So I'm gonna make sure that we're on nav, which we are. And it was 5, 4. That wasn't 4. That was a bit of 1. 2, 1, 0. If you don't know why I did that, it's because this aircraft has got like so much torque and power on departure, is that it veers to one side. So yeah. So we're climbing up now. Everything is going nice. We're about to hit our first waypoint up here. 0.6 miles. We've got climb power, and we can turn the PTU and the pumps off. There's our first waypoint. And here we go. So we'll climb up now, and there's not much left to talk about. So I guess I will I'll speak to you guys when we hit our cruise of flight level 180. I'll see you guys there. Okay, so 11 minutes after departure, we are here at our cruise, flight level 180. What we're going to do now is we're going to reduce our props back to 850 for a quiet cruise, and we'll take off the seatbelt signs so everyone can get around and walk, see what's what around the aircraft. You can hear the announcements going off, and yeah, so you can see the route now. We're just going through all that, and yeah, the aircraft looks like it's leaning to one side, but I'm not sure. No, it is, but I'm not sure if that's just because we went for a waypoint, then it just left us off center a tad. But yeah, so everything's going good, and I think what I'm gonna do is I shall see you guys later on. Okay, we are around about 29 minutes into the cruise, and what we're gonna do now is we're gonna input the ILS frequencies and all that good stuff. So we will go down to the radios. Actually, we'll just zoom in, and we are, for the frequency, we have got a 110.10. So we'll move this up so it's 110.1, and we'll flick that over so it's ILS 1. And the course we will put in as if we will hold this down and put in 330 as that is the course. We're really close to descent, so what we'll do is it is 2,000 feet to catch the ILS approach. That's what I've always caught it at as Birmingham. So we'll just lower this down now. We'll lower the alt to 2,200, and I will speak to you guys just once we get near the cruise. I believe below us there is, yeah, there's Manchester down there, and all that good stuff. So we will descend very shortly. Actually, we're almost there. So I'll speak to you guys when we're getting close. Okay, so we're going to initiate descent now. So we'll pop the seatbelt signs on. We'll bring the power all the way back, because in this plane it does. We'll use Alt Select and we'll minus our VS down. That's just how we'll descend. I guess today something screwed up in the plan, so we'll just do it this way. But anyway, there's no problems. Doesn't affect anything. So we're coming in now. The frequencies are punched in, so everything is looking good on our descent. That's Manchester just over there, so not too far away. We'll just punch down the descent and stop us from overspeeding. We'll bring back the power, because this thing can descend really easily, and it looks beautiful in this lovely clear skies day. The winds at Birmingham, there is quite a gusty wind on the approach, so yeah, that may be an issue, but hopefully not. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. And the weather's looking good, but there's a gusty wind coming across, so if we can counteract that, that would be good. And if we can get this bird on the ground, I call that a day, I think. Be very good. So we're just starting to descend down now. I'm going to pull the power back even more, and I'm going to put the props up to 900 for the descent. And Birmingham is just in the distance. It's just like over there. So this descent is perfectly timed. And since the approach, we're coming in from the other runway, we'll probably have to, if my approach doesn't work in the FMC, then we may have to maneuver around the airport with heading hold and all that, because something happened during flight with my my flight management computer. That's why I'm using VS to descend down today. So we could maneuver the APPR very shortly. That's what we'll do. See, the speed is decelerating now, as this plane is very quick at slowing down. And we'll just pull the VS up a tad like that. But yeah. So the seatbelt signs are on. Okay, so we are now down at 4,000 feet. We've bypassed our route. As I said, we're going to be coming in on runway 33. The airport is just over there. You can see the landing lights, and we're going to maneuver ourselves around. So yeah, we're at 3,000 feet. We're going to turn our heading bug just around a bit, and we're going to intercept the ILS runway 33. So we got the seatbelt signs on. Everything is good so far. We're just keeping an eye on the speed. Trying to keep it nice and smooth. On the approach, I will take manual control, full control of the speed myself. That means descend our aircraft down. So yeah, we're probably a bit low at the moment, but it's all okay, because we'll be able to intercept ourselves across. So we'll be fine. I've flown this route quite a lot of times before, and I've gone about this way a few times, so it's not that bad. Okie dokie. So we can just about get the airport over there in sight. We're at 3,000 feet. The wind, as I said, is coming across the way we're facing, so it's currently on our tail right now. It's a tailwind for us at the moment. We're reaching our altitude, which is good. And we can start turning ourselves towards the airfield now, which is good. So as long as I make sure that we are keeping the power and all of that. Good. Make sure we continue to look where we are. So we'll maintain 2,200 feet until we are. What we can do now is we can turn off the anti-ice.
2,500.
We do not need that anymore. So the airport is just over there. And we may seem a bit low, but it's alright. We'll maintain our altitude currently. And there we go. So we'll arm the localizer. And we can start turning towards this, like so. So the glide now, the diamond is up there, and the thing is there. We'll keep the speed down to make sure we don't have a relatively fast landing here. As I said, there is going to be a crosswind when we head on to final, so we'll have to bear that in mind. Hopefully we'll be able to maneuver it. As you can see, the PAPI lights are showing all red, but we're maintaining our altitude, so we'll maintain it until we hit the glide, which is okay. So landing lights are on, seatbelt signs are on. We took the anti-ice off, which is good. So, and we've hit the altitude now, so we're just waiting for the localizer to intercept. We'll probably bleed off some of the power, and the localizer will be there any second now. There's the localizer is captured. We'll get this up so I can see how fast we're going, because very shortly I'll take manual control of speed. And now we just got to wait for the glide to come alive. In this situation, we're going to land with probably around about flap 10 to 15. We don't need a lot to get this thing down. As you can see, it's showing we are fairly low, but it's alright. We probably did descend a bit early, which is more than my fault than anything else, but we'll sure be alright. We'll be good. Alright, as you can see, the diamond now is dropping. So we'll do the approach checklist. Well, what I just have to do. So we'll put that to minimum. We'll put props max. We'll turn the PTUs and hydraulic pumps to on. We'll give it a bit of flap 5. I'm taking control main of the power now. You see, we're just on the approach. I'll keep this here so I know what the speed situation is. We'll bring gear down. Glide slope is captured. And I need to just make sure this pump is on, which it is. Good. Alright, gear down, free green. Glide slope is captured. The wind is just pushing us now, as you can see. Kind of crabbing it, but we'll be alright. So the gear is down. Just try and counteract for the crosswind here. We should be good. We'll try and bleed the speed down a little bit, as you can see. We'll try and keep it down. We don't want to have too fast of a landing. The PAPIs have just disappeared, which is great. We're a bit off to the side of the runway. Not too bad. Keep this in. We'll bring flap 10. Bit of a bumpy approach.
$1,000.
1,000 feet to go. Cross checked.
Flaps.
Don't worry, we're all good. We'll be fine. Alright. We're 2 miles out. We'll just bring the speed down as much as we can. The wind is not too brutal, which is good. We're almost at minimums.
500.
500 feet is checked.
Unstable. Unstable.
Well, the RAS system doesn't like
Plus
work
100.
properly, but anyway. For the Q400 it doesn't anyway. Right, we'll take out the automatics now. Fly it down. Oh. Gotta battle the wind.
Minimums.
Continue.
Light slope.
We are landing. We've lost the glide a little, but it's alright.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Touchdown. And we'll bring the reverses in just for a bit. Manual braking.
4,000 feet remaining.
Wind blowing us. 60 knots. We'll stow them. Grab the gust lock. And welcome to Birmingham, everyone.
3,000
So we'll just
remaining.
roll out. We can actually grab the next taxiway, which is good. Right here, hopefully. Can we grab it? Yeah, I think we can. Yeah, great. Awesome. So that was a very interesting approach. It was pretty bumpy, if I have to say so myself. I did continue the landing, but it was pretty windy. So we'll bring them back in. Take the yaw damper out, bring the flaps back in, PTU and hydraulic pumps can come off. That was a 56-minute flight on the clock. And there we go. Very enjoyable flight. Did like it. And we'll ask GSX for gate number 7, I believe. We'll take that. Swissport International will have, there'll be a lag as it'll go overhead, and we'll take the landing lights, taxi lights off. And that is all good. We'll bring the bleed back to minimum now, give them all the air conditioning. And very good flight. One thing I did forget to do, which I always do in this aircraft, put the position back to red. There we go. So just taxiing down now, back to gate. Probably not my best landing ever. The short final was pretty interesting. As I took out the autopilot, I could feel the wind kick me sideways. But hey.
Approaching 2-4.
So we'll feather that out. So I believe our gate is right over there. I can just see the cart in the distance. Pretty far away, but it's okay. We'll taxi down there. And another look at the overhead. We haven't forgot anything, which we haven't. It was a 55-minute flight. We got 56 on the clock because I stopped it a bit late, but there we go. I do apologise throughout this video if there was like a cut in my voice or something as I was speaking. Just because it sometimes happens when I'm recording FSX, and that's what the videos may be like if it cuts out and you know, skips to another clip or something while I'm in the middle of talking, then I'm sorry, but it's fine. Tell me if you guys did enjoy this video, and if you'd like to see me fly the Q400 again, maybe somewhere else, from Birmingham or from anywhere. Leave a suggestion in the comment section down below, because I do love flying the Q400, and it does pose some interesting approaches when it's windy, because as you just seen, it's pretty intense because it's so light. So what we can do now is we can get rid of the weather radar, take that off. That is no longer needed, and we'll just be parking over there. You can see a little cart of luggage, or empty cart as it should be, because we got luggage. Actually no, it would be full, because there's luggage to come on and luggage to go off, so in we go. So you can see the marshaller is just over there. If we can just get the aircraft straight and lined up, the marshaller is there. So what we'll do is we'll derate the power down. We'll turn taxi light's already off. I must have turned it off earlier. And we'll bring it in here. Gate number 7 is our gate to park. When I left here earlier, I departed gate 59, but we're gonna go on this gate today. I want to go on a nice little regional small gate. So he's waving us in. I'm probably gonna absolutely fail this parking, because I'm not the best at parking the dash, or any aircraft in fact. To be truthfully honest with you, pretty appalling to be honest, but hey. A bit more power in here. Almost there. Now we overshot. Alright, parking brakes are set. With the Dash 8, you have to put the props onto start and feather for 30 seconds while we clean up everything else. So he'll walk off, but we have to just sort everything else out first. So we can turn that off. We can get the packs to get up and get their stuff. We'll tie the main bus tie. We can turn the nose steering to off. That must be 30 seconds. Who's properly counting this? We'll just shut that off. We'll turn the external power on. Yep, I know. Don't worry. And we can open the door, get everyone out of here, and we will request deboarding. Open the back door. They can come off, we don't need them anymore. And there we go. Pretty much sorted. Nothing else. We can turn these off. Off. Confirm off. What is that? Oh god, the bus has just drove through the nose. Oh boy. Oh, wait, hold there a sec. Page 2. Oh, right. Off and off. There we go. Right, so there we go. That was Edinburgh to Birmingham in the Dash 8, the Majestic Dash 8 Q400. The Flybe purple colours. And the bus is in the way. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section down below. Where would you like me to fly, if anywhere, in the Dash 8 next? Tell me what you thought of this video. Share it with your friends if you haven't already subscribed. And until next time, I will bid you farewell. Everyone, take care. Goodbye.